All right. Hey guys, Dante here, and welcome back to my channel, The Burgos Art. And welcome back to another Sunday night art stream. It has been quite some time since I've had the chance to do a good art stream. Drop that volume of the background music. So, yes, welcome everyone who may be joining us. I've done a small adjustment around me. So hopefully my general audio as I'm talking is louder. That's always been an issue I've had on my channel. Just no matter how I set it up, my base audio is really low. Yeah, so what's been going on? Well, we know what's going on in the world, so I'm not going to talk about that. But what's going on with me? Basically, life gets in the way. Family stuff gets gotten in the way. Nothing horrible. Everyone's doing okay. I just haven't really had the time or energy to do any kind of live stream. 1 second. Still want to adjust some audio here. Hopefully that'll work a bit better. There we go. Life got in the way of many things. I wasn't able to finish a cosplay I really wanted to do for New York Comic Con / Halloween, but I did make it to New York Comic Con. I took a bunch of photos, but for some reason, like a good handful of them just don't want to upload to my Instagram. But I do have a good, maybe like 7 or so nice cosplays on my Instagram, so check them out. Check those people out. They're really cool. I don't know. I took a bunch of photos on a regular camera, edit them on my computer, and from the PC it just does not want to load up on Instagram. So I would have to do the whole roundabout thing of emailing myself the photos from my PC to my phone, or rather email them to myself, open them on my phone, and then from the phone try and upload them to Instagram, which maybe I have to because I want to show off a lot of those cool cosplays. But New York Comic Con was very fun. I got to get an autograph I've been trying to get for quite some time. I got Ashley Johnson's autograph. She was there with the rest of the crew from Critical Role. I also got a chance to give her, and by extension, a little packet of like little thank you gifts of artwork I've done to the rest of the crew. Hope they enjoy that. So that was a really good time. I am still slowly marching or pecking away, if you will. I'm pecking away at various other art projects. Check out my YouTube channel. I just uploaded a pretty just kind of quiet and chill Let's Play video of my game of Trolls and Trolls. And before that, I uploaded a Let's Play video of this card game, Ascending Assassins, which is going to be a topic of today's live stream. I'm just going to be doing some mascot drawings. I'm going to be drawing the assassins, these particular ninjas doing stuff. I might draw a little bit of the troll of Trolls and Trolls. Just trying to get back into the swing of it. I've been doing lots of artwork, but not drawing. I'm actually, now that the pressure of Halloween and Comic-Con are gone, I've just been taking my time with the cosplay I'm working on, because it's something completely new, a whole new thing I'm trying, which requires a lot of sewing. So I figured, you know what? It's on a table I have. We'll slowly pluck away at that. We will be returning to my astronaut sculpture. These are the legs for those who have seen it. It's an astronaut toy. I have 3D printed all the pieces that are going to fit in the torso, so I know the size and shape of what needs to go where. That's a project we're going to be returning to. And I need to dedicate some time back to the One-Armed Bandit. So anyone who is following me because of that, thank you for following me. We will be returning back to the One-Armed Bandit. So those are personal projects to really work on. The astronaut and the One-Armed Bandit. And as for the cosplay, it's more of the cosplay costume is more of a guilty pleasure. But I do want to finish it. It has a bit to go. It's just a very tedious thing because I am not used to sewing stuff. And this costume requires sewing. The cosplay is going to be in a giant inflatable costume, or at least part of it is. That it's a giant head. The rest of it is just meat. And that's pretty much it. The rest will come to me as we go. So now that I can hear the audio is working good, let's get to drawing, shall we? Let me switch up my audio jacks. Okay. Also, Twitch got really annoying for some reason. Like, it tried to reset everything because I haven't been on Twitch for a while. So, this stream started as a test stream, even though I did change all the titles. So now we've changed it to Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go. That should be correct. All right. Turn that off. All right. So that's on Ninja Ref. We're just gonna do a bunch of fun little stylized drawings of these guys. Let's take us some basic. Gotta get into the swing of things. These guys are, like I said, stylized. They got kind of big head. Big heads, not giant heads, but still big heads. Shrink down that body, shrink down. I'll probably shrink down this body a little bit. Just trying to get a gist of what I'm looking for. Seems right.
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
trying to figure out the size, the scale I want to really aim for in this. Let me see. Maybe I should make the body bigger. You know what? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's still it's a little stylized in terms of how big the head is to the body, but the bodies are not like chibi. They're not chibi, so yeah. You know what? We'll leave that at that. We'll leave it at that. You know, let's make it 5. There we go, 5. Make that 6. There we go. Okay. jump, his tush, and then his hip. There we go. There we go. Did I give him? No, it's a full body suit. Okay. I gave him like a sash around the waist. There's no ribbon off the sash. I'm just double checking my own freaking like. I do this. I do these guys a while back. I have to like double check a lot of stuff. So I'm kind of juggling between how much of this is stylized, because the box art was small, so the character's like stylized, you know? Yeah, that's the pinky. Okay. I'll readjust the size of the boot. I just want to get the leg longer. There we go. Feels better. Sorry. Alright. Basic layout. I could probably bulk him up a little bit to match the style here. Just kind of like really add some meat to him. Not so skinny. We'll figure that part out. Hydrate. Okay. Just gonna do a little audio test real quick. I want to make sure the chat was working. And to be honest, I thought I was gonna be doing a lot more chibi designs, like much shorter and cuter. Maybe as we go along, we'll try some different things. Oh, he only has one strap in his back. I added two. I'll fix that. Maybe as I go along, I'll like condense them a bit. But right now, I'm just kind of aiming for this. Let's get the head. Let's make sure the head looks right. Now, mind you, originally this was really small, and therefore really simplified in terms of how it looks. Yeah, it's split like a ribbon. And this ain't no. You know, this isn't like an accuracy to Asian culture in any way. It's, you know, so it's a board game. It's a board game. It's also obviously not meant to be insensitive. It's just even Japan makes fun of ninjas at times. Like even Japan is like, that's a ninja? Yep, that's a ninja. Yes, they have like ribbons for hair, not just a piece of cloth. Not hair. Ribbons for their bands. There we go. Of course, someone's trying to call me. Sorry, guys. I should have it on silent, but sometimes you just gotta be on call. I need to actually. God, I'm so out of touch with like. So that's the wing. That's the tricep. Essentially the wing, which makes this the armpit. Yeah. Just so out of touch. Oh, no, wrong button. Just out of touch with freaking anatomy. What's going on? I'm going to definitely look up again just to get this part, because it should thin out there, right? It should. I feel like this needs to be thinned out because it goes inward, so it does like that. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. I'll oh god, I'm like way out of like touch with my anatomy work. Now that we've gone this far, let's make a file for it. We're gonna call this Ninjas 1. Just for the heck of it. I forgot to put the N in the second N in the title. It was Ninjas. No, there's no second N. It's Ninja. Ninjas 1. Save. The ever so simple tune boot, as I call it. A bit more heel. Simple little ninja. leg might still be the leg might still be a bit stubby. Or at least it looks like it is to me. This reminds me, I need to buy new boots for work. I keep telling myself and I keep forgetting. I need to buy new boots for work. That. This. A bit more meat right there. Covers the top one. It's okay to use reference, especially yourself. So, you don't see the top, you don't see the pointer finger. Yep, that was good. Going to do the sword on a separate layer. Because the heck with that. That is way too thick. Let's try that again. Put that at a 6. There we go. And if anyone's wondering why the heck I might be using this weird looking sword style, it's because in the card game, when you buy my card game, this is the actual way the swords look. It's like a little plastic sword comes in every pack. Well, 4 of them, to be honest. 4 different swords. Why is that semi-translucent? That is so annoying. Yeah, why is that? Yeah, the rectangle for the sword handle looks like a little translucent. That is weird. That's very weird. Let's fix that. Okay. That is so weird. I guess it's just my eyes. My eyes are going crazy. Nope, wrong button. There we go. Let me adjust the fingers a bit. Small detail, but I need to adjust the fingers for sure. All right. Oh, no. Back up. Why? What's the point of having a locked layer if it still lets you accidentally merge it with another layer? Alright. Okay. Do some small adjustments. Alright. We got a ninja. We have ourselves a ninja. Good. Lock that layer, label it as inks. Now we're going to drop some basic color in there. Now, the main ninja Let me open it up. See if I can open up. So our advertisement ninja is gray, shades of darker grays, and a red band. The ninjas on the banner for the website are the colors in the box. You get a little red ninja, purple ninja, blue ninja, and an orange ninja. And I give him green bandanas. But I think we'll stick with our main boy right here for colors. Okay, so we'll go with that. And that. So let's start with some basic colors. Weird. Is that my tablet? I'm trying to figure out which one's blinking. My tablet or something just acted like it got unplugged, and I don't know what it was. So we're going to do a plug. Ascending Assassins, my card game, is available at thegamecrafter.com. Just type in Ascending Assassins, or you can type in my main company logo, which is D.A. Burgos Art. What's it called? Cell shading, just basic like two-tone colors pretty much. For now. I don't know if I want to go crazy with the colors on this. I might just stick with the two-tone colors. I'll clean up the shapes later. I just want to put the color shades down for right now. The actual like shape of the shadows will be adjusted. But the real pain when I was doing this box art is that in the end it's a tin about yay big, so it's not an issue of me just trying to get the colors right. You know, does the shading matter at that point? At that scale, does it matter? You know, like he has two shades of gray and two shades of like this darker gray, almost black. But like, how well does that print? I mean, grays and blacks have always gray and black tones have notoriously been issues when it comes to printing, especially in comic books. even now I'm having trouble. Here we go. Even now I'm having trouble distinguishing which grays I'm using. Such a very minute difference. So maybe for this picture, I will bump it up. I'll add more highlights. I'll add more shading to it. As usual, I want to talk about some, what's going on in animation. There's not too much right now in terms of like new stuff. I mean, there's a Fiona and Cake, but I don't have the streaming services to watch that. But I have been watching a lot of like reviews about it, so I'm kind of up to date more or less, and what's been going on in the series. Huntress Wizard, everyone loves Huntress Wizard, of course. And so Fiona and Cake is one series I kind of want to follow up on. Glitch Studio, which was at New York Comic Con. So Glitch Studios as a whole was at New York Comic Con, and I bought 2 things from the Glitch Studio panel. I mean Glitch Studio booth. 3 things actually. Let's take a minute because my hand's kind of hurting me. Let me make sure there's on camera too. So from the blind boxes, I got. So this is Gangle on her knees crying because she broke her, she broke this. You can't see it, there's a crack in the mask. There's a crack in the mask and she's crying on her floor. It's funny because the way it's built is slightly off, so she kind of rocks on her mask. But she's really cute. The way they basically did her ribbons, they made her just like a little bean with ribbon around her. And from the second blind box, I got the mystery one, which was you could call it Kaufmo, you could call it Pomni by episode 10, I don't know, but I got one of the abstracted. It's basically walking on all fours but one hand is up in the air, which is funny because I can always, like, when I put them side by side, it looks like he's going there, it's okay. So I got these 2 from the Glitch booth. Let me put them back on top. And I also got a melancholy pin. So the Gaslight District, they had pins that were glow in the dark. So I got Mel, which is just like a black face, but her eyes are glowing green. That was really cool. I got that. And at the con, they had a panel. So there was a glitch panel with the people from Digital Circus. Not everyone, but most of them. And is it Gooseworks? Basically, the person behind Digital Circus was there, and I was like, but they were going by the name. Is it Gooseworks? For now, let's say Gooseworks. They were going by the name Gooseworks, and I was like, wait, it's just one person? Because I figured there would be at least more than one person doing the animation for this show. And it would seem it's only one person, and they were there. And they did the bubble voice. Help me, King. Help me, Kane. Help me, Kane. And that was really cool. It was really nice to see them. Just, have them chat or listening to the voice actor. So the voice actor for Kane was there. The voice actor for Kane, Pomni. I think all the girls. Kane, Pomni, Zubo. Well, Zubo's they, them, I believe. And Gangle. Oh, and Ragata. There we go. And it was a really nice panel. There was, they were answering the questions that they could answer. They were just having fun, reading certain lines to each other, and it was a good time. That was a good time. Actually, this New York Comic Con, I got to do. They had so many really good panels, much better than I felt was last year. So it was really nice to just like not feel like your time was wasted just walking around in circles, right? I actually got a chance to like check out a panel, a live panel on how to do horror makeup. This one young woman was just doing horror makeup on another woman. The other woman was dressed like, so she shows up dressed as Misty. So she turned her into like zombie Misty, which is really funny. Misty from Pokemon, that is. So that was a fun thing to check out. Let me see what other panels. So I saw that panel. 20th anniversary of Avatar: The Last Airbender. We are getting old, people. So the 20th anniversary of Avatar: The Last Airbender. The cast was there. Sokka, Katara, Aang, who sounds nothing like Aang anymore. Of course he doesn't. Toph? Was Toph there? I want to say they were all there. It was been a minute. I want to say they were all there, all the original voice cast, and it was just a fun experience. So yeah, the Avatar panel was great. Let me see. There was Avatar. I did not make it into the panel for Critical Role because that was a madhouse. The sheer amount of people for Critical Role, forget about it. I did not make it into that panel. But I stuck in there and I got that autograph. I wanted Ashley Johnson's autograph. Yes, she is perhaps the only celebrity that I'm like, I gotta meet her. She's like the only celebrity. I don't know what it is. There's something about her, like the honesty of just like who she is as a person, like when she's doing Critical Role. I mean, it's the same thing with all of them. They're all just a bunch of friends hanging out. So it's really nice. Once again, it was really nice to get her autograph. I got Ashley Johnson's autograph on a printout I did of Lake from Infinity Train. And she was like pleasantly surprised by that. She was like, "Oh, it's Lake. Like no one ever talks about her." And I said to her, "Yeah, well, don't you remember, the series kind of got screwed over because it was one season on Cartoon Network and then they moved the rest of it over to HBO Max." And she was like, "Oh my God, you're right." Like she had forgotten about that. So it was really cool. Like just like kind of making that connection where it was like, yeah, she was like upset that her show kind of got screwed over. Because obviously they do a bunch of whole different voice actors and voice characters, so they lose track of who they do sometimes. But yeah, let me see what else. What are panels? I'm trying to. There's a whole bench. There was a bunch of panels I did. Just trying to remember which ones come to mind right now. I was very careful with my money. I usually save up roughly $300 for New York Comic Con, $300, because you're talking about like $20 to $30 on various pieces of artwork. That for me anyway. I go to Artist Alley all the time. So I got some really nice artwork from artists I follow online, and some from artists I just came across. There's one young woman. I say young. I don't know how old she really was. Did a really cool Mighty Max poster. Like a Mighty Max, and I was like, I gotta get that Mighty Max. I got the Mighty Max. I got that. I got that poster signed by her, of course. What else? Oh yeah, I bought some gift. I bought a gift for a friend of mine, Pretorius Rex. He's been on the stream. I've talked about him a lot. He's like one of my best friends, of course. He's also in the Let's Play. He helped me do the Let's Play that I posted up on the YouTube channel. So he and another friend from my high school both helped me with my Let's Play. I bought him a Ninja Turtle figurine. That's kind of hard to come across now, so that was nice. It felt really good to get that for him, because I know he'd appreciate it. And I also got for myself, it was 40 bucks. I'm like, why not treat yourself? You're a grown adult with disposable income. Use it, use it, use it if you can. You can't take it with you. I got myself a 2-pack of Ninja Turtles movie accurates. It was it's the scene where Raphael and Casey Jones fight for the first time. So I got it's basically Raphael in his trench coat, which doubles as 2 figurines because you take the trench coat off and it's the Raphael figurine. So it's Raphael in his trench coat, his little backpack. You have to be very careful taking off that backpack and that trench coat because the backpack has the smallest little rubber straps because it's movie accurate. So it's like little tiny backpack straps. But it's that and Casey Jones. And they have like, Casey Jones has like 6 different hand attachments to hold all his different like hockey sticks, and Jose Canseco bats. Yeah, I got that for myself. It was like, once again, it was like 40 bucks. So it's like, 20 bucks per figurine. Why not? Also got a few nice little things. Speaking of Critical Role, let me go back up here. So I found these 2 people dressed as Chetney Pacapie. Not Chutney. Chetney Pacapie. From Campaign 3. And Ladna. And after I took a photograph, they gave me this really nice resin 3D printed pair of scissors on a ribbon, because that's what she carries around, these pair of scissors, because she's an arts and craft kind of woman. Latna, that is. And like a semi-translucent bird skull. They had like a whole box, and I picked these 2. And from the box, they had a bunch of like little Chetney items. But I grabbed the Chetney figurine. It is like it is as close as possible to a little 3D render of Chetney. So these were just nice gifts I got. Us cosplayers and artists alike, love doing these kind of things. I was very sweet. Just for the heck of it, I was in the mood for blind boxes. So I got there's one company that makes like ice cream cones. Melt those not ice cream cones, those ice cream bars with the candy eyes. I believe these guys did the Ninja Turtle ones. They had Scooby-Doo ones, and they had just general Halloween ones. So I got, from the blind box, I got this cool skeleton, this cool skull head with a bite mark in it. It comes with this like kind of melted stand. So you could put it like that, had it stand straight up, or you put it in sideways and it looks like it's melting on your table. So that was really cool. It's Culture Fly. Built by Culture Fly. That's who it is. And there was just blind boxes of like candies and fake treats. And it's chunky. It's feels like what's it? Like a vinyl. There's a nice like chunk to it. Right, pretty safe, kind of like a basic looking ninja. Alright. Let's go in and do a little cleanup. Then maybe I'll add a 3rd layer of color. Like a 3rd line of color just to like a highlight color. should I do? Yeah, for the cheekbone. I'll do that. Let's just focus on the grays for now. Nice and sleek. Color this in such a way that it just brings ultra focus on his freaking junk. Or do I? It's good marketing, isn't it? Oh, that's the wrong color. Rex, is that you? I was just talking shit about you a minute ago. Yeah, it's been a long time coming when it comes to stream work. It's about time I got back into it. I'm actually just doing semi-promotional artwork of Ascending Assassins. I was talking about Comic-Con and how I got for myself. I got the I bought the Raphael Casey Jones 2-pack. It was like the $40 one, and how it basically doubles as 3 figurines because you could take off Raphael's trench coat very carefully because it's really easy to break the straps to his backpack. You can take off his trench coat and his hat and just have regular Raphael. And it's one of those things where like, the figurines are so good, but because they've been in the box for so long, when you go to move the joints, you're always afraid you're going to break something. You can feel the plastic. Like, you kind of have to be very careful, like, loosening the joints on these figurines. Thanks, dude. Yeah, you gotta be really careful loosening the joints on these figurines, especially figurines where you're supposed to pull off the hands to like put new hands on. Oh, it's nerve-wracking for me when I have to do that stuff. You know, the Raphael figurine comes with like 2 different bandanas, no, 3 different bandanas. I'm not too sure like what the real difference is when you plug them in. He has a fedora, and the fedora has a little hole in the back, so that way it fits in his head really nicely, without bumping into the the knot on the back of the ninja scarf. Raphael, the figurine for Raphael, it comes with let's see, came with several different hands. Closed fist for the tools, pointing fingers. It has like a pizza. Obviously, he has both his size. What else did he come with? I think that's it for him. Casey Jones has more accessories. He has a basic hockey stick, the hockey stick for the goalie, the golf club, the cricket bat. So you know the cricket bat in which you have to, you know, no one understands cricket. The 2 Jose Canseco bats. His mask doesn't come off. It's a permanent mask for this character. I think maybe for this figurine they didn't get the license for the actor's face. Come to think of it, I don't know if there's any Casey Jones figurine where they had the license for the actor's face. I'm trying to think about it. And he comes with a whole bunch of different hands. The Casey Jones comes with tons of different hands. So it's a fun pack for like $40. It's like, I'm not gonna say no to that. You kidding me? I still got your gift, dude. It is on my table. On Halloween, when we went to go meet up at our friend's house, the Orc. For those who don't know, the Orc is a friend we both share a friend named the Orc. We don't use his government name here on the internet. You know, as per his request, we do not use his government name. On Halloween, we went to go to the Orc's house, and we spent a good time. That was a good day at his place. Clitoris Rex did not show up. He was busy, like essentially hosting his own little haunted house in his place, which I thought was actually really cool. And I was going to bring his gift. Don't worry, Clitoris Rex, you will get your gift eventually. So right now, under the mindset that I'm only doing 2 colors, I'm cleaning up all of the basic 2 colors, and then I'll decide if I want to just drop a 3rd one in there. We're not even doing shading. We're just 2 tones right now. In entertainment news, so some of you might have remembered when Jimmy Kimmel got canned, or was going to be canned, and people just en masse just freaking canceled their Disney Plus subscription, and Disney was like, "Oh no!" Like it definitely, like they panicked. Like this was like a legit like talking with your wallet moment to like show them, hey, so you're gonna cancel this guy for saying something that later on kind of became true, that, you know, an act of violence was perpetrated by a person in a group that sometimes advocates for violence. What a surprise. I'm not gonna go too much into the detail. We all know what it's about. So it's gonna happen again, by the way. we're gonna have another drop off because Disney, freaking, was it Iger? Bob Iger? Is it Iger? I forget his name. Announced that they were thinking of implementing AI, and they were like, we're gonna introduce AI so that I forget. I don't know how they were gonna do it on their main website. They were gonna do something. The exact details I forget, but they were basically saying we're gonna use AI for this, and the AI was like, we're gonna use AI, and we're gonna give, quote, the people the chance to make their favorite Disney characters using AI. They were gonna do this thing where they wanted to give people the chance to like make video shorts, I guess, on the Disney's main website, where people could use Disney's product legally with AI. Because that was the issue. Disney was suing Midjourney. They were suing all these AI people because they were using copyrighted work. But then Disney was like, but what if we use it? What if we use the copyrighted work instead? So basically they were like, well, we're going to stop everyone else from using our work in AI. And then we're going to make our own AI separate from them with hookers and blackjack. And basically they're like, we're going to let people have the ability to make animated shorts with AI. Because AI can only do like 10-second shorts. Like, that's why all AI videos jump from scene to scene to scene. And that's why they use it for commercials, because commercials are short. And they were like, now you too can make, I don't know, Princess Elsa eating pizza with Cinderella or whatever nonsense. And you have the right to do it. And then people were like, and then when they were like, we are going to be using AI, we're going to be giving people the chance to use AI to make AI slop that technically Disney will own. So basically, it's also a double-edged sword. Not even a double-edged sword, it's double dipping, that's the right word. They're like, we're gonna let people use AI, but they can only use our AI with our characters. And once they do, we're gonna own it anyway. Which means you're gonna have thousands of billions of people, not even just America, just billions of people across the world making AI slop for fun. But then Disney could technically take the AI slop and be like, check out these clips. So they're basically they're using people to make AI slop that they could then sell themselves. And every artist I've seen online has jumped on this news article and been like, well, I guess there's another reason for me to cancel my Disney subscription. So now you're gonna have another explosion of people just deleting their subscription. Cause they're like, yo, come on, man. Like we know you don't care about integrity at this point. We know that. You know, we're not holding our breath. But like, we're gonna freaking cancel our subscriptions because you're just telling people, go ahead. And it's not just a moral, or like I said, it's not just about having a moral of like artists, you know, should be respected. It's not even just that. It's the fact that Disney's gonna make money off of it. They're basically making this thing and promoting it such as your kid can now make their favorite Disney character do A, B, and C. And then when they're done, they're just going to use that as advertising. It's free labor. It's free labor with crappy results. And it's just insulting, man. But luckily, a lot of artists were like, nope, we see what you're doing there. And there's already like a push. And if you don't believe me, Dana Terrace, who we already know does not like Disney, straight up put up a tweet and was like, Dana Terrace was like, hey, I'm Dana Terrace, the creator of the Owl House, which made Disney tons of money, even though they screwed me over. We all know the story. And she was like, straight up in her tweet, the creator of Owl House said, screw Disney and its AI, cancel your subscription, pirate my series. The creator of the series was like, yeah, go online, find my series, and download it yourself. Don't get it from Disney Plus. And that's some balls right there. To tell people, if you respect me, you will illegally download my artwork and not give Disney the money for it. And I thought, and you know, I'm sure contract-wise, she probably gets money from the series too. So to say that she's willing to like not get that money, damn, freaking beautiful, man. Freaking beautiful. Go watch Knights of Guinevere. Oh man. Go watch Knights of Guinevere. Buy the products from Glitch Studio because that's how they support themselves. Go do it. Support your local artist. You know what? Let me save up on that first. Before I do a cleanup, let's actually drop some highlights in this for fun. That is the erase button. It does kind of give him a bit of a glistening look. Glistening. Not too sure how I feel about that. We'll see. Just gonna do small bits here and there, like on the forehead, the nose for sure. Maybe he's wearing silk. It's a silk ninja outfit. Yeah. Just a little bit of highlight here and there. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I've been reading this comic for quite some time now, for a few years now. Yeah, definitely a few years now. God, it's been almost like 10 years. I've been reading this online comic called Questionable Content, right? So I've been reading it for a good number of years. It's a slice of life comic that happens to also take place in a not too distant future where AIs are citizens. They're just everyday people. Right? Some of them have little funny bodies like chibis. Some of them are but like fully humanoid forms. But they have like blue skin, green skin, no noses sometimes. Some of them are just straight up like big ass robots. And it's I'm not sure how the series started with that, but it is really just a slice of life that has the extra view of like how do these robots work in society. And at least in the time I've been reading it, it doesn't seem to dive into like racism or like classism regarding the robots. It's more of like the zany nature of like it's more of the zany nature of like robots don't drink, but they do go to coffee shops because the smell of coffee still registers sensations that it wouldn't have the same sensation as it would in a person. It's like a different level of senses, you know. And it's a cute comic, and it's a fun comic. And apparently it's been around for a very long time because I was looking at the art style of how it used to look. Completely different than it is now. Like you can actually see the original artist's like almost stick figure looking anatomy to what it is now. And I don't know how this person does it. It's a page. It is a page every day of a slice of life comic. And almost every single page is itself a joke. Like even though it's an ongoing, continuous story, every page is like a punchline. I don't know how they freaking do it. I'm forgetting now why I brought it up. It'll come back to me in a minute, so I'll just keep describing the comic itself. I came across it years ago when they updated the registers at my old job. And the way they updated the registers, there was a way to not necessarily get on the internet through the register, but like to a particular form. There was a website form that you could get to, and that comic just happened to be on it. And that's how I found it. I came across it because I was bored at work, and you were somehow able to access this particular comic on this forum. Questionable content, really good show. And it has, like, as I'm drawing now, like, it has kind of like simple 3 to 2-tone shading with a large cast of characters. It's a very large cast of characters, but it does a good job of, like, focusing on a certain group, and then it'll cut away to another group, and then, like, it shows you the expanding friend group who are then friends of friends, but still manages to, like, section off its characters and storylines. And, like, the person behind it, freaking amazing job in that case. I want to suggest it. Go check it out. It is a daily comic. It's kind of hard to jump into if you're not familiar with the characters, but the main thing is it's groups of characters, you know, living their lives separately, but also they're friends, so they meet up. And I just remember now while I was talking about it. One of the plots, one of the many subplots, is that one of the characters has become a VTuber, and it's just like her journey as a VTuber, from being a regular from just being someone who did it for fun online, to turning it into a business, in which she has someone who helps her maintain, like, the actual business aspect of it, to making money off of it, to now living in a mansion but still being just an absolute basement dweller. Like, she has, like, her own, like, large house and everything, but she's still a basement dweller who just screams at people on her VTubing channel. And you know, it's funny. It's good stuff. The attempt to be what's it called? Not ambiguous. What's the word I'm thinking of? Well, people don't know who you are. To be hidden from the public, like the attempt to be hidden from the public. And in one of the recent one of the recent comics, she's at, like, a yoga place, which is another subplot, where she's being told you have to do yoga, and she's like, and her friend's like, I don't care if you're a VTuber for a living, you still gotta take care of yourself physically. You have to get out the house. And while she's at the yoga place, someone recognizes her, because I think she curses, like, she ends up cursing because she pulls a muscle, but she curses in voice. So she basically does, like, she curses, but she curses in a high-pitched voice that is her VTuber character. And someone's like, you're that person! And I just find that funny. Like, you know, you want to just kind of separate certain things you do from life. Like, you know, even your job, you want to separate your job from what you do in your daily life, especially if you're a celebrity. And someone just catches onto it because you end up doing, like, a squeaky voice, like a squeaky anime girl voice by accident. I wouldn't know anything about that. But it's just a really interesting comic that manages to, for the past over 10 years, I've been reading it, and just do just enough slice of life while highlighting the craziness of people just being people. I think that's why they do the AI stuff. Why they do the robots in this series. How the robots are artificial intelligence, but they're in this comic, they are considered citizens. They have all the rights of any citizen. And it's just like the zaniness of, like, one of the characters has a regular humanoid body, while another character is like a doll about yay big, but the doll has, like, a day job. You know, she's like and it's just like their everyday life. There's a one where, like, there's a person who wants, there's an AI who calls and says, I want better rights at the job I'm at, but I love the job I'm at and I don't want to leave it. I don't want to lose the fact that I'm at this job. I want to be, like, in a union. And they go, well, how many workers are there at your job? And they go, that's the problem. I'm the only worker. And it turns out this AI is the factory. It is the literal factory floor with all the arms and everything. And it says, I loved it. Like, it's an AI that put their mind into a giant factory floor where they make, like, cars or something. And they go, no, I love this job. I love, doing this job. I don't want to be replaced with another AI who also loves doing this job. I just get really tired because, like, my arms need replacements, but they haven't shelled out the money for the replacements. And it's like, It's like legit, like, I don't want to leave this job, but I'm also literally the factory itself, which is interesting. There's like another robot who's like named Punchbot. And so he's just this giant robot that like used to be a boxer. And Punchbot has problems because Punchbot's like, he's a bouncer, but he also still likes punching stuff. But the problem is, he's a freaking robot. And he knows I can't punch people, obviously. I don't want to kill a guy. But I got in trouble because he got in trouble because he punched an AI and like freaking broke its nose. And he was like, so I'm a by law he was allowed to punch the guy, but also it's like, yeah, but you still have the body of a robot that could crush a person. So either you have to change your body or stop punching people, even though you are a freaking like, even though you are a bouncer, you might need to, figure out. That's the erase button again. They tell him, listen, we know you're doing your job, and you do it well. But you gotta be careful because you can't punch people, even if they're other AIs that can take a punch. You might need to update your body. It's like little things like that come into play. Freaking punching a guy so hard it sends him through a wall. In fact, that was the plot lines. Spoiler alert: there's a plot line where like, Punchbot, while doing his job as a bouncer, something happens and he falls, and he ends up falling on another character and just crushes her body, and she has to and there's a whole there's a really interesting body dysphoria episode story arc, because she has to get a new body, and it's just like she has issues dealing with that new body of hers, because she was just so attached to her old body that she's like, I'm having problems like readjusting to this new form. So they managed to put like a body dysphoria story with an AI, with a robot. That's the only AI I like. Actual robots that have feelings. Give me my Johnny Fives, please. Alright. And we got a ninja. File save. Did I give the sword? I could give it a bit of a highlight too. It's gonna be almost white, so. My pen sensitivity is off a little bit. Yeah, my what's it called, the gradation from like thick to thin, I feel it's a little off for some reason. all of that's good, but there's no shading for the face, so. Just a pinch. There we go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm just eyeballing I am eyeballing a little bit proportions. Let me see. I think we're okay. His arched arms does seem a bit long compared to the torso and everything. His arched arm does seem a little bit long. It bugs me a little bit, but it's not like a deal breaker, you know? It's close to that, though. Whole bunch of business cards here. I thought I went through these already. Whenever I get cards from like a convention, I usually go through all of them after the fact and just, follow a few people I don't follow, and then, I usually hand them out afterwards. I pass the card on. I used to be able to do that. In my building, there was like a nice big table in the first floor, and for whatever reason, the landlord was like, take away the table. We don't know why. So I used to leave all the business cards of other artists I've met on the table and let people take them as they wish. Pass a card on. But for some reason, that has changed. Where's the new box art? I know for a fact. That I changed the box art background. Background edits. Here we go. There's our boy. Just want to grab. There we go. Just want to grab those colors. My sensitivity is a bit weird. Red! Oh, is that a new icon? What is that about? Good to see you, Red. Just doing some mascot drawings right now. You know what? I was actually thinking about you the other day because just I don't know, just thinking about art and drawing the other day, and I was just thinking about you, man. Because I was thinking about like if I was like to commission you, or if I was to commission Pretorius Rex, like for any kind of picture, I was just thinking like, man, like what projects would I commission you or him for based on like your styles? I don't know why, it just came to mind. I mean, it's a matter of getting back to the swing of it. Like I was saying in the beginning of this stream, that I haven't drawn in a long time. I've done sculpting, I've done 3D rendering. I'm right now doing sewing for my super belated cosplay costume. I haven't sat down and drawn for a while. So getting back into it, getting back into a little bit of anatomy, trying to figure out this. You know, noticing his arm, his upper arm might be a bit long, like it, you know, just, everything's practice, and sometimes you just gotta shake off the dust. That's what it is. One of these days I'll figure out my signature. One of these days. The burgos. Alright. Ninja is done. It's about 10 o'clock. Should we get into another one? Let me look at some of my references, because I want to do another one of Toes and Trolls. And I've done various artwork for him. He has a very distinct face. Drawing him in different poses is a whole other story. That's our boy. Very distinct face, very like chubby body, fanny pack and all. And then I also have one I did. This one I did by hand sometime later to advertise it as a poster I was selling. Did I trace the face? No, I don't think I traced it. No, I didn't trace his face. This is a drawing that's different from this one. And now he's ugly. He's meant to look like choppy and inky. I don't know if I want to get into that. I don't know if I want to get into that right now. Let me see. Who else we got? So the main games that are on the market are Ascending Assassins and Of Trolls and Trolls, right? Thunderhead is still just a... That's just a production thing. Like, I want to do more tests with it. I gotta do more tests. I've redesigned how the game is laid out, and I've been redesigning all the artwork. So that's one that I want to do more test plays with. In fact, where is my update? Where's my most recent one with that? There it is. Yeah. With Thunderhead, I redid the artwork and I redid on the right now work in progress file how many actual cards are in the deck. Like I scaled it down. But I definitely want to do more test plays for sure. Because that has a bit more of a Monopoly setup in which you move around the board and you pick up cards as you go. And by scaling down the number of cards, I'm able to scale down the clutter. And by making it a board game as opposed to rolling the dice, because originally the dice roll told you what cards to pick up. Now, moving around the board is also a random action as well. You know, you don't know how many spaces you're going to move. But at least when I move around the board, the way I have the boards laid out, it also reduces the amount of clutter of what you pick up. So I'm just trying to, it's like trying to streamline all of it. And we all know what our boy Thunder looks like. Thunderhead. So that's the original drawing way back when for box art. I tried to draw him again recently, not too long ago. But I don't know, I don't know, I didn't like the way it looked. I don't know. There's something about the simple, more clip art here. Kind of clip art version versus a bit more of a detailed version. Yeah, I gave him like more detailed eyes. I don't know. Wasn't big on this. Something about this didn't feel right. Right now we're just taking a break from the actual drawing and going through just old drawings and concepts. Here's an old original drawing of him. So, so here's the one drawing of him. On the side you can see this kind of Fred Flintstone spiked hair version of him. But I kind of stepped away from that and gave him more of a lanky body type. I felt I could get a bit more. I mean, you could do anything with any character, but I felt with the more lanky body type, I could put him in more poses than with a stocky body type. And it did work for the cards. A lot of the cards in this have pictures of him like freaking out, so it did work for that. We're just taking a little trip down memory lane, guys. Ooh, Frightful Forest was... I have a file here for Frightful Forest. It was my very first attempt at making a card game. That needs an entirely new, like... That needs a hardcore reset. I think in terms of games that are close to being picked up again, it's between Thunderhead and maybe the game I have called Kill It With Fire. But Thunderhead has a lot more completed in terms of like concept and card game and cards. Kill It With Fire, which I've done on this stream before. Like, I'm really happy with the freaking like artwork for this. It gave me a chance to really like study fire and flame and like this heat and how it looks. But the gameplay, so the artwork is ready to go. The gameplay is not. It has the opposite problem than Thunderhead. Thunderhead has the artwork mostly finalized, but the gameplay needs to be play tested. In this, the gameplay needs to literally be like hashed out, like figured out. And then last but not least, just for fun, some of you may remember this if it opens. Doot. I was doing a bunch of like, what if your dice in Dungeons and Dragons were actual like characters in themselves? You know what? Let's see what we can do with this. Let's have some fun. I had a very, very vague idea of what I want to do with like a game in which each dice represents a soldier you have, and each soldier is like based on their strength. It was so vague. I just had fun doing the designs though. With those, I could just like don't save changes. Don't save. I'm actually going to do something real quick. I should make 80s and 90s. Oh, I hear you on that. The Rex, is it Kenna? Was it the Kenna guys who did like all, you know, who made those like really crazy sculptures and stuff? I hear what you're saying. Well, there's that guy on Instagram. Crap, I forget his name. There's a guy on Instagram who does all these crazy designs in the style of like the old Ninja Turtle figurines. And he has a whole bunch of Ninja Turtle versions, like Donatello as RoboCop, but then he has his own characters. There's like a commando like rabbit that has like the carrots are like grenades. I forget his name right now, but there's a guy on Instagram who does all these really cool figurines. He originally sculpted all of them by hand. Originally they were all by hand, and he did like resin molds of them. And then he moved over to 3D sculpture. I don't know how people could do that so easily. I gotta jack of all trades, master of nothing kind of mindset. I've seen people who just transfer from amazing drawing to just amazing 3D rendering, and then print out these amazing figurines. And he's one of them. Sorry, let me just finish what I was doing here real quick. There we go. File save. File save as. I'm going to save it as a JPEG. And put this online somewhere. There we go. Now the other dice are like the D10. You got your D10s, you got your D8s, D100s, which are just D10s with, D100s are just D10s, as fractions, or an actual giant ball. But let's see what we could do with a basic D6, your basic dice. Let's go with that. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Bum bum bum, canvas size, pull you over. A little bit more, give me some space. Bloop. There we go. Need to make sure these are locked. I don't want to mess these up. Okay, we're on the sketch layer. This D20 has like Bruce Campbell vibes. It's the chin. The thing is, what angle should we what angle should we do what angle should we do this dice at? I mean, there's an obvious angle that it's the angle that normally shows all three sides. Like it's the only angle you can really do. But top down, bottom down, top down or bottom down? Oh, here's a good reference. This is an Amazon listing, so I'm gonna copy this image, paste it. So there's a good reference we could use. It gives us like all the different angles, but I want to stay true to the dice. So if the 6 is like, if the 6 is here, where this 4 is at. Oh, right there. So it'll be 6, 3, and 5. Okay. So it'll be a 6, 3, and 5. So we can put the face on the 5 side. Okay, I think on this one, I put his face on the 20, and then put the 20 as a helmet. But since I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, I don't know, Blitzkrieg helmet? I don't know, Blitzkrieg helmet. I'm trying to think what kind of helmet we should do with this guy. These are a top view, of course. Alright, okay. Let's go with this one. You know what I should do? I put D20, but of course the natural D20s are all dots. Numerical. Number layout. Nope, that's not it. There we go. The actual numbers on it. I am torn. We could just have the 6 on top of his head, not give him a helmet or anything. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Ah, there we go. This is what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. And I'll have him looking down and scowling. Okay, so his face will be on the 4. That's what we're looking for. Alright, let me move that down there, save that for reference. Let's I just want you. Copy paste. What just happened? There we go. Huh. That is weird. Fine. be that way. Deselect. It's a bit big. Right about. That seems right. Yeah, compared to the D4, seems about right. Alright. Let's do it to it. Like, these would make for fun little figurines. You are right. Like, if I making them, you know, if I was to aim for the Ninja Turtle style, I'd make them a bit more like gritty and add a bit more scars and stuff. But just as like silly faces, these make fun little figurines. Standees, I can make little standees. I can make little standees. You ever seen those acrylic standees they sell? That'd be nice. He has a squinty eye. He has, yeah. So. What's up? Yeah, let's really give him that heavy brow. Let's give him. Let's make him like a dwarf. Let's give him like a big. That looks sad. He's gonna be angry. There we go. Maybe some bushy eyebrows. Give him them Jack Kirby eyebrows. Speaking of dwarf, maybe we should like give him like a beard. All the legs on the side. Nah, that's way too squat. No. I am thinking like, can we do him squatted? It's like low to the ground. Is that a bot? Do we have a bot in the chat? Yes, we do. He has a spear. Nope, that's not right. Just trying to figure out like posture, which way his hands are facing. Good thing is I don't want to block the number. Like I want to be holding a mace, but if he's holding it over his head, he's blocking the number. There we go. That's it. Because he is squatting downward, so... That's it. That's the posture. He's squatting. He has like one. He's doing the Iron Man stance. One hand on the floor. Okay. Okay. That's our sketch. Let's lock that. Let's unlock actually and do it a little bit lighter. Ooh. All right. I just want to work. Let's work on this face. So it's actually like. Let me see. This is a. What was it over? Was it 0.4? Nope, that's the wrong one. Yeah, 0.4 seems about right. Okay. Let's get old Grizzled McGee over here working. Lots of wrinkles on his forehead. Dice Warriors! Sorry. Just think if this was like an 80s cartoon. Have the beard curl out a little bit. I just gave this guy just regular pants with like armored boots. He has a little shield. There's no real like time frame idea for this in terms of like, is it fantasy? Is it medieval times? Like, you know, it is what it is. It's just whatever I come up with.
critical function.
I think for this, I will give him, like, he got that old man muscle. Maybe I put some veins on his forehead too. Just like really make him like nope, that's the wrong tool. That's not a nope, stop it. Nope. Gotta bring that over a bit. Gotta bring that up a bit. Dang it. Yeah, that seems good. Okay. I'll probably make it bigger actually. We'll figure that out. Put some spikes on it first. We're gonna do the spikes randomly too. his thumb's a bit weird. Let me fix his thumb. Join hands. You know we all love it. Who's that freaking... That one Japanese artist? He did freaking Naruto. He's like notorious for just loving drawing feet. What a weirdo, man. Drawing feet all the time? What are you talking about? Might do an adjustment to it, but I think it looks good right now. Back. Okay. Now is the interesting part. Okay. Now. The issue is I can't just put a 6 in this. Like, I can't just type a 6 because it's at such a weird angle. So I just gotta kind of bite. I just kind of have to like bite the bullet and try and trace it best I can to like. What the image is. That's a 2, so. Not bad. Okay, not bad. Such a grumpy Gus. Look at him. Yeah, this vein does make it look a bit weird. Like it kind of breaks up the shape in a weird way, so. Just putting some scratches and stuff. He's kind of meant to be like more of a barbarian type. You really wouldn't see the other foot, given how boxy he is. Alright. Get rid of that. And this is D6, and my cap lock on. My cap lock's on. D6. There we go. Grumpy old man D6. Ooh. I quite like him. Because the other dice, once again, which is a D10/D100 and the D8, are really oddly shaped. I mean, they're doable. In fact, you know what? Let's get a D8 in here. For the sake of having it ready for later. The D8s are like diamonds. So there's a lot of different angles I could try and pull off. I'm trying to think, did I put the face of the D20 on his one side? I think I might have. And then put the twin in the helmet. This looks like a good, oh, this looks good. Let me copy paste this. Copy image. Check this out. We have here a slightly bottom view of a D8. And I can have the guy leaping and put his face where the 5 is at. That might work. Yeah, for future. Give him a rogue look. He's leaping with two. Yeah, he's leaping. He'll be leaping with two. With two daggers in his hands. That. I do like that idea. Let me just me get a nice. I think I made a D. I think I made the overall D6 a bit big. That's okay though. Yeah, baby. I want to do a sketch now. We're gonna do a sketch. Let's do a sketch. Let me lock that real quick. Yeah, we're gonna do a quick sketch just to kind of figure out the shape we got. What's going on? Oh. Okay, the sketch layer was invisible. Duh. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So let's imagine. Let's imagine if we can. That's his elbow. That's his elbow. Yeah, something along that line. We'll do more cleanup in a minute. So it'll be something along those lines. I gotta get the angle right. The angle is a little off, but be upward. Yeah, like that. There's the elbow. Once again, we're looking upward, so then it'll be the under the boot. And you're under the nose. What's that meme going around right now? It's it's a picture of it's from the anime where the elf decides to make new connections after realizing, like, because she lives so long. Spectra, you might know this. It's the it's an anime about, like, an elf who reconnects with, it starts with her reconnecting with her old adventuring group 50 years later, which to her is nothing, but she realizes that, like, the people that she adventured with are now like old and passing away, and the story is about her going around, eventually going around. The whole story is her like reconnecting and making new adventuring friends. But there's a meme going around where someone tried to draw a picture of her looking up, and it's, you know, it's an attempt we've all tried, where like the face is flat but the chin is up, and it's like, dear artist, how do you do this? And it's essentially that. It's essentially that freaking meme. Yeah, he'd be looking down. If he's leaping up, he's looking down, and you would see his top row of teeth, but not the bottom. You would get those nostrils because you see you're looking into his nostrils. Slightly upward cheeks. A little issue with the directions of the hands. I just gotta get a nice shot of like, I gotta take a photo reference of me doing like that. So the hands are a bit off. He's like leaping upward into the air. Yeah! Yeah, that's gonna be that is definitely gonna be our D8. So the D8, no, the D8 was a diamond. I was thinking about the D10. D10 has a weird shape to it. Cause like a fatter diamond, if that makes sense. These will make good little like little standees, like little like acrylic standees. Or stickers. Oh man, I could probably make stickers from these. I mean, ideally, I should have done them in like this guy's the rogue. This, D8 is the rogue. D6 is the barbarian. But I wasn't really thinking about that. I was thinking more like medieval. Like number 4 is a little like what's it called? The assistant to the knight. I forget what they're called now. Vassal? They just gave it the 20 a Roman helmet just because. You still got a few minutes. So why don't we? Why don't we do a little face on this guy? The arms and legs need to be worked out, but I could probably start a face at least. D8. Yeah. We could start a face. See, I was thinking that when I first started, but I want the main number to be prominent. I was thinking that. But unless you know for sure, unless you're a complete geek and you know the exact where, oh, that's the 6 because it's next to the 5 and next to the 3, I'd rather have the number prominent. And because the other numbers don't matter. And that's kind of the mindset I had going into it. So do you know the anime I'm talking about? It's not Delicious. It's not Delicious in Dungeon. It's another anime about like an elf going on an adventure. She has white hair. I think her like second in command or her friend or whoever's following her has purple hair, and it's about them like reconnecting with people years later as adventurers and understanding the passage of time for how the elf lifespan is different compared to everyone else. I just can't think of the name of it. Free win. Thank you. Free win. I knew you'd get it. I kind of got that too when I was watching someone like do like a review of it. Oh yeah, I've seen like snippets of the action. People upload like little snippets of just how she fights because she's very like, she comes off very poised. It's funny because the facial expression and the Japanese voice actress very simple, very reserved. But I know that she's also a bit of like the character's a bit of a goblin in her own right. So she's like really reserved. There's like one clip where she's like, "I have something for you," and then she's going through a purse and she's like, "I bought this. It dissolved the clothes of anyone you pour it on. Men love it." So she's like really like reserved. It's like watching Raven from Teen Titans talk, but from the clips I've seen, she could be a bit wild, which is funny as hell. Ah, good to know. Oh, that's cool. That's really cute, like that. Yeah, cause I like I said, I was watching like a small synopsis about it, about like, yeah, she reconnects with like the human, and he's 50 years older, and it doesn't really hit her until like, oh wait, it's been 50 years. And then I there's a scene I heard about later on in the series where they find a statue of an elf, another hero, but the statue's so old no one even remembers it. And it's just like the passage of time like plays a good part in the series. Got ourselves a little wild child here. There we go. Speaking of which, he got big round cheeks. Kind of he kind of screams like freckle face. round out this cheek a bit more. Haven't heard of it. Is it more of a independent? Is it like a Japanese storyline game? What kind of game is it? Ooh. That sounds like fun. God, this guy's cheek is pissing me off. Come on. I heard the new Silent Hill, the new Silent Hill game is interesting, because apparently it doesn't quote unquote take place in Silent Hill, but it's still the exact same kind of vibes of like a person struggling with like internal like issues. Yeah, I never played them. I've seen Let's Play. There was crud. I forget which one it is. There is a Let's Play I was watching of one of the Silent Hills. Where, you know, you're following this guy, and he's trying to get home to, and he's trying to get back to his daughter. And it's just like Silent Hill games where you're not really supposed to fight the monsters. You have to like avoid them. Spoiler alert: the ending is amazing, because in the ending it all boils down to like you running across like a frozen lake, dodging all these. You have to dodge all the monsters. You have to dodge them, and you finally get to the room where your daughter's at. But she's like meant to be like a teenager. Like you've been looking for a teenager this whole time, and you walk in, and she looks at you, and it's just like a regular room, and she looks at you, but ignores you awkwardly as she talks to what you appears to be a psychiatrist, and you sit down next to her. And the whole twist of the game is that the entire game is the girl inside this psychiatrist or therapist office dealing with the death of her father, and you represent the father basically trying to catch up with her and tell her it's okay to let him go. It is such a great ending, because she looks at him, and essentially she's been seeing her father, like she's been hallucinating that her father's alive, and the psychiatrist is helping her like get over this. And when you get to the end, he sits down and basically tells her it's okay to like let me go. And it's such a good freaking one. Yeah, it's such a great ending, because it's one of those Silent Hill games that like the main character isn't dealing with something he did wrong. The main character is trying to tell his daughter everything's gonna be okay. But at the same time, it's like, is it really him? Or is it her interpretation of him eventually making it to the session she's sitting in during that session with the psychiatrist? Like, he's not a ghost. It's like it's her depiction of him in her mind. And I don't know which Silent Hill it was, but it was I saw like the ending of the Let's Play, and it was so good, man. I was like, that's a pretty good twist, you know, and a happy ending too. I mean, I'm sure there's like 6 different endings to that game, but you know how Silent Hill goes. I gotta admit, when people explain to me the different endings of Silent Hill, it kind of bothered me. I was like, not everything has to be in a tight little bow and concrete, but I still like a solid story. So the fact that they wrote a story in such a way where it could be anything, it could be aliens, it could be supernatural. I'm kind of happy they went with the more supernatural slash paranormal view in the movie, because in the movie it's a combination of the girl's anger being bumped up by something perhaps supernatural outside of it. So it's, you know, I kind of like the movie of it, and also the movie did a great visual. The movie was I thought really good. The first movie. I heard the second one kind of lost all faith in it. Give me a second. And you find a yeah, I think for a series that deals with like personal trauma, it loves to play it loose with like the other options you could get in that game. Like the other endings are just like, it could have been aliens. You know, it's like I don't hold it against it. I just find it funny that it does that sometimes. But I do like a game that has a bit more of a solid, like, this is what happened. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to explain everything. Don't explain away the magic. That's my expression. Don't explain away the magic. Don't explain everything perfectly, but give me a solid story. Well, in Silent, it might have been a joke ending, but I think people say in the first Silent Hill, it is like one of the legitimate endings. You could call it a joke ending, but it's not played as a joke. It's just like, that's what it was, aliens. Like it's a joke ending to you, but it's still played straight. If I've heard correctly. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments when these videos go up later on. Right now, I'm not focusing on. I'm doing the obvious stuff right now, which is the shape of the dice, the face. As for the angles of the hands and feet, we'll work on that later. Why? He has like a weird, like, Family Guy face to him. I don't know what it is, man. It's kind of bothering me. Here's the real issue. I need to trace an 8 that's at this angle, but actually looks like a number 8. Because this is obviously a stylized 8. So bear with me on this. Oh, nice. Yeah, what's the term? Low poly. PlayStation 1 like low poly. It's funny. Sorry We're Closed definitely sounds like an indie game. Like one of the ones you'd see like Markiplier play. That's not a bad thing, I'm just saying. Definitely has that vibe. Okay, yeah. It's funny, I was thinking that too. I probably mentioned this in a previous stream, but a while back I came across this this person on Twitter, when it was still called Twitter, and they were uploading like test play. They were basically making their own game, and it was like 100% just Mega Man Legends in the terms of the aesthetic, the movement, the animation, and how the character ran. Like they were from scratch making their own game to match that Mega Man Legend aesthetic, and I love it. So I've never beaten Mega Man Legends, but there's a reason why. I got like to the last boss, and I realized, like, before I even went in there to fight him, I realized there's a lot of stuff I hadn't done. Like those are like side quests and weapons, and I'm like, I was so like dead set on like just playing the game. I didn't like enjoy like all the secret stuff I could have picked up, and I couldn't bring myself to play and beat the game. I was like, no, I gotta go back and redo it. So maybe I'll like start the game again from scratch at some point and really like get all the weapons and all the tools and all the side quests and like finally beat the game. Like I definitely want to go back and do it. Mega Man Legends is fun. It is. The hype is real because it's just a fun game. Visually, it's fun. Like the colors, the environments are just all really nice. And it has its own. So I'm sure there's like deep lore behind it, but when you play it, it doesn't really go into that. You just kind of have to accept that Mega Man, that maybe everyone's a robot, even though they all look human, because Mega Man looks human, but he's switching out robot parts and no one cares about it. Like, I think the lore of the game is that it's meant to be the distant future, and technically everyone there's no humans. Technically they're meant to all be robots. That's why there's no distinction between Tron Bonne and the people, and Mega Man and the people. They're all just people. And the visuals are really nice. The gameplay's fun. You have to get it has a certain type of camera movement. There's tons of like slice of life side quests where you're just talking to people. You're basically just you're a bunch of explorers who delve into the minds of old technology, and you end up in a town that happens to be getting attacked by Tron Bonne and her people while you're doing like you're just exploring these old mines, which is like a career people choose, while you're in a town that gets attacked by Tron Bonne and their pirates, and you end up having to help the town while exploring, while unlocking the secrets of like these old mines. It's fun. It's fun. Like I think you might enjoy. It's a chill. I feel if you're looking for a more chill game, you might enjoy it. Especially because it does have that kind of side. Like I said, it has that side quest stuff where you can really just do like all these little side quests in the town for the people, or even as bigger projects to get upgrades and upgrade yourself. And because this isn't a Mega Man game where you beat a villain and you get the upgrade automatically. You have to like get upgrades to make your way through the stages. Okay, we're gonna hold it there, guys. Save. It is 11 o'clock, and at my job, we are in the season where we're doing a lot of physical labor. It just started this week because all the leaves are falling, and it requires a lot of physical labor. So I need to get some rest. Katorius Rex, Red Spectra, thank you for joining. Thank you for the chats. Yeah, I'll see if I can find anyone who's like doing Let's Plays of these and check them out. Because I don't want to pick up another game because I have a bunch of games I gotta finish. There's a bunch of games the intern gotta finish. So I'm not gonna probably pick up games, but I will check these out. I have Mega Man Legends. Like, I have the original. If you wanna borrow it, Red. If you wanna borrow Mega Man Legends, because I'm in no mindset right now to pick it up again at the moment. You're welcome to borrow it, dude. Yeah, Steam sale, I know. I know, dude. I still have... So I still want to beat Cuphead. I still got the DLC for both Cuphead and Ninja Turtles. The intern has to beat Cuphead on his freaking stream. And we also got here in the house on my PC, I have the RoboCop game and Dead Space. And I don't know if I'm going to do Dead Space or if I'm going to hand it to the intern. Either way, that game is going to be played. I have not forgotten about those two. No, I said I have Mega Man Legends. Like, if you want to borrow it, I have it. Castle Crashers! Sorry. The Castle Crashers is also a fun game. Yeah, I have Mega Man Legends. Yeah, we could stream Castle Crashers. You could borrow Mega Man Legends for sure, dude. Because I know it's expensive. It's such a popular game. I'm pretty damn sure it's expensive. Did they make a part 2 or did they just make a Tron Bond series? I think they made Mega Man Legends 2. And for a while, people said they wanted 3, and then they made a Tron Bond series because she was a popular character. You got it, dude. All right, so let me just yeah. I don't know if Mega Man Legends 2 was had as much love, but I don't know if it was bad or not. All right, so once again, Red, thank you for joining. Rex, thank you for joining. We got a nice ninja character in. I just want to get back into drawing. These dice are fun. Maybe I'll make stickers. Let me know if you're watching these later on, because these videos all get saved over on Twitch for about a week, YouTube permanently. Thank you for joining once again, guys. Let me know in the commentary if you think you kind of want to see stickers of these guys. If you want to see something about this, if you're into D&D or any kind of tabletop game and you want us to have a bunch of like warrior dice, let me know. And I think that's going to be it. Before we do anything else, we file and we save. And yeah, I want to try and get back into the streaming again. I'm gonna smack the intern around, get him back into the video game streams as well. We've all just been busy at the household at the moment. We've just been busy. Just life has been throwing stuff at me and my crew, and it's just been kind of crazy lately. But I do want to get back into streaming. You know, keep the drawing muscles nice and strong. And that's all I got to say. So let me turn off this background music. There we go. Once again, guys, I am Dante. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the future. Later.